Today we got this Stihl BR340. It doesn't run, and it's a little neglected. Today we're going to dig into it and see if we can get it running. My name is Marcus, and welcome to EngineCraft Garage. So if you know anything about these older Stihl box type blowers, is these things are super reliable, solid units. So if you can find one of these box style ones, pick it up because they're great. While in today's standards, this is not a very powerful blower, but it is extremely reliable and it still does a very good job with moving whatever you want to move around. This one you can see is, you know, a little grimy. It's definitely had some wear. The tube's all here. It is duct taped. I'm not sure why. We'll try to figure that out. Almost all of them use the T27 for all of their fasteners. It's pretty common amongst all the models. This one, if you didn't know, on the older models here, these box style, usually here would be a screwdriver with the T27, and then up here would be a scrunch, but it looks like both of those things are missing. A lot of people don't even know that these things are there. Let's get this cover off first. Check out this air filter. Definitely needs to be replaced. Inside here doesn't look too awful. All right, we got the recoil all the way. We should be able to hold this. And we got access to everything here. The one thing that I forgot to do that I should have done before I took the recoil off is check to see if this had spark. Yeah, it's got spark. So we're good there. Let's get this off. Now, one thing that I just noticed now is this is extremely loose. Could it have effect? Maybe, but I doubt it. The look at this plug. Plug actually looks really good. See that tannish brown color? That means it was running pretty stoich. This plug is a BPR or BPMR 7A NGK. All right, next we're gonna run a compression test. It does feel like we have really good compression, but I wanna double check just to be sure. At about 120 pounds of compression, that's really good. I would assume that this would probably be anywhere between 100 and 150. I would want it to be closer to 150, but 120 is good. I want to take off this exhaust now because back here, I want to see if there's any carbon buildup in the exhaust that could be, you know, plugging it up and causing it not to run properly. There we go. This can also give us a good look at the piston inside. Maybe from way back here you guys can see. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I don't see any scoring on the cylinder there. Looks really good. Check the other side of the exhaust. Doesn't look like there's any dirt or grime that's impacted in there, so that looks pretty good. Everything's checking out to be pretty good, so the next thing we can do is start getting this carburetor off. Plate off. One thing I want to know is they really don't make things like they used to. Like this line is still extremely pliable, and this is a blower from the early 2000s. So it's just amazing to see that how pliable these lines still are. This fuel line back. Get it off this carburetor. Oh. So something I failed to do that you should do is release pressure in the fuel cap. Otherwise, you're going to get a geyser like I just did. Just a quick peek in the tank. You guys can't really see that, so I'll just light up the side. Fuel tank looks pretty clean. I do have to go in there and grab that fuel filter. Just make sure that is clean as well. If you guys do stuff like this quite often, I do recommend getting a set of hemostats for small engine, especially with gas lines. These things work absolutely fantastic. These are 10-inch, I believe. Just getting the fuel filter out. Still looks to be in good shape. I don't see anything clogged on that. All right, let's move on to the carburetor. While you're in here and you have access to your throttle cable, I recommend squirting a little lubricant down it. Work it in. This is a Walbro carb, so this is the stock carburetor, which is nice to see. Let's check out these diaphragms. Not too bad in here. A little bit of contamination on that one. Overall, it doesn't look too bad in there. Let's flip it over to the other side. Don't see any corrosion on there. Peel back this diaphragm. The diaphragm is a little hard. It's still got some pliability to it, but sometimes these can get stuck open. Especially with these this models of Stihl blowers, what happens is these diaphragms stick and flood the cylinder full of gas, and then you end up shearing a flywheel key. That's really the biggest issue with these blowers, and other than that, they're extremely reliable. But this one feels like it's starting to kind of harden up a little. Here's the stock carburetor. Now, I did reach out to Hipa, and they did send me this kit. And I'm not a big person for aftermarket carburetors, but Hipa's carburetors are about as close as OEM as you can get without the price tag. They sent me this whole tune-up kit, which includes an air filter, a new carburetor, new gaskets, a new fuel filter, new spark plug, a new hose grommet, and fuel line. And this whole kit is $24. It's insane. If you were to buy all this stuff separately, OEM, it'd be easily over $100. Link for this carburetor will be down in the description, and also Hipa's website. They have snow blowers, lawn mowers, blowers, string trimmers, basically parts for everything. Well, I took all the duct tape off of this tube, which was just painful. Whatever adhesive they used back then was just incredibly strong. But I got all this off. I still have to clean this up. And why that duct tape was on there was because this handle is broken right here. So what I did as a fix, which is not the greatest, but it will work, is I melted in a worm gear clamp, the metal strap for it, and then drilled a hole here at the bottom to hold it in place, so then it will pull when I tighten this bolt here. I am going to put a little bit of JB Weld over this to make sure that this holds, but I think it's not the most beautiful of fixes, but it'll work because I didn't want to have to buy a whole new handle assembly if I didn't have to. Now, after a long time of scraping, pulling, and cleaning, which took forever, this is finally clean of all the duct tape and adhesive. My fix here with the JB Weld, it cured overnight. I sanded it down a little bit. Put a little piece of rubber under here just so this doesn't cut into the tube. It seems like that'll hold pretty good. It's not the prettiest, but it is functional. If you're enjoying this video, leave a like and consider subscribing. I come out with a new video every single Friday. Now back to the blower. All right, let's get ready to test this. Nice. I think it just needed to prime some fuel through it. I'm super stoked that this works because this is a great blower. So we got to take this outside and we got to see it push around some leaves. We are at the tail end of winter here in Michigan, so it's just going to remain real gross here for a couple months, but we're going to see if we can blow around some of these wet leaves. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And if you want to see more repairs, revivals, and rescues, I got another video right here that you can click on. I come out with new content every single Friday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.